So I thought, maybe we could have a little talk about cryptocurrency because it seems to be the in thing at the moment. Everybody's
Yes.
jumping on the bandwagon, buying crypto. And some people know a lot about it. Some people know very little about it. And all I wanted to do was to share what little knowledge I have about crypto. Maybe then you guys could sort of jump in and say what you know about it. And, and so a couple of maybe a week or two ago, I did a small video on Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And what I found out when I didn't know this is that there's two types of Bitcoin. There's the Bitcoin Cash, and then there's the other Bitcoin. So basically, when people buy Bitcoin, they can do one of two things. They can either kind of use it as a hedge, like some people buy gold, which they
Yeah.
keep sort of for safekeeping in case of emergencies, and they need that extra cash if something happens. Well, obviously, people are now looking towards Bitcoin to do the same, and that's why people are buying Bitcoin. And this seems to be quite sort of popular in a lot of countries like South America, Eastern Europe, because in those countries, man, they're printing money like there's no tomorrow, and it's worthless. There's inflation, and people are working
Yeah.
hard,
Inflation.
and they want something for their hard work, so they turn into Bitcoin. So anybody that's got a phone, they can get on that mobile and they can get themselves a bit of the action, a bit of Bitcoin. So so that's kind of the general thing that I know about Bitcoin. So I thought what I'd do now is I just can go into a bit more detail, but for the moment, I have to tell you which Bitcoin, which coins, which cryptocurrencies I've got. Okay, so
Right.
my son he manages this all for me. So he's got Coinbase and he's got Binance all sorted out,
Right.
and I've got Bitcoin, I've got Ethereum, got XRP, and I've got Dodge. So they're the only coins that I've got. So guys, starting off with you, Rasta, tell me about Bitcoin and tell me, have you got any of those coins?
First things first, thank you for sharing your wonderful insight. Yes, I have cryptocurrency. I have a little bit of cash in Bitcoin.
Okay,
I have a little bit of cash in Ethereum and a bit of cash in Ethereum Classic. I have a little bit of Dogecoin and I have a
okay,
little bit of Stellar Coin.
all right,
But I do have XRP, but I'm kind of upset with Coinbase platform because they
okay,
blocked it because here in the US the SEC is going to court with XRP at the moment
all right,
because antitrust issues, which I really think it's nonsense because I don't see where they're violating anything when they're just using XRP to send payments to businesses and companies all over the world. So honestly, I really believe that XRP will win this lawsuit, most
good,
definitely. And I'm just sick and tired of seeing my profits go up, and then when it goes down, it just goes down, and I can't do nothing. It's just sit there. I can't even transfer it out
all right,
because of this lawsuit. So it's quite annoying. But
yep,
what I could say is, for all I know, before in the early days, we used to use coins and gold and silver for currency. And then we slowly transition into paper. And I have a firm belief, but maybe not right now, but maybe the next 20 to 30 years from now, that we're gonna start using cryptocurrency as a regular payment. Because listen, Saturday over here in later on in the night over here, Elon Musk is gonna go on Saturday Night Live, and I
okay,
believe he's gonna mention something about Dogecoin. And if you
great
have
stuff.
yes, and if you have Elon
Okay.
Musk
Oh,
talking about Dogecoin, I hope I need it to go up.
yeah, yeah,
If you have Elon Musk talking about Dogecoin, if you have Mark Cuban said at the Dallas Mavericks
yeah,
basketball stage, so you could start buying merchandise, Dogecoin, and Jeff Bezos is technically not the CEO of Amazon anymore.
oh
So
wow,
it's
okay,
yeah, there's an acting CEO because I think it's because of this Congress. You remember he had to testify against Congress.
Yeah,
Okay.
But
he's only a
he
board
still
member now.
shows he's a board member now, but he's still in Amazon. So the new CEO wants to basically accept crypto and Dogecoin, sorry, and Shopify.
Oh
So
wow.
I
Okay.
I think that's pretty good, man. And
Yeah.
I think I say, man, change is good, but
Yeah.
a lot of people's into crypto. A lot of people's into crypto. But I just gotta remind people that risk management, manage your risk, know how much money you put in it, because nothing is not 100% guaranteed. If you see where you make a nice little profit, consider locking in some profit. And remember, when you lock in your profit, remember you have to pay your taxes because it's considered income. And last but not least, from me, we are not financial advisors. We're just doing our own due diligence and sharing our thoughts. On to you, my brother Shaddai.
Well, for me personally, I'll consider myself a crypto bear. And I only
Crypto bear.
I only have I only have a little bit of Bitcoin, and I think that not all crypto, but a lot of the stuff that's flying high right now really has no backbone, and we all know that an unlimited amount of anything, there's no value to that. There's never been anything on this world that is unlimited that is valuable.
Right.
So I think that there's definitely opportunity. That's why I'm a bear on it. I know that there's opportunity in the future, um, because obviously the people that have gained the most now are the people who believed in it when it was at 10,000, 8,000, 11,000. Not the people just getting it now when it's at 30, 40, 50,000.
Makes sense.
Those people benefit when it gets to 90,000, 100 grand, which I do think it will get to 100 grand. But I think it's going to come down before it gets back up to 100 grand. And which it showed some signs of that recently. I think it dropped to as low as 47K, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't really pay attention much into anything past Bitcoin and Ethereum. Obviously, I hear about the Dogecoin. I hear about the Safe Moon, or what, I don't even know if that's what it's called. Safe Moon.
Safe Moon.
Yeah.
Yep. I hear about the XRP. And I'm sure there's opportunity there, but people have to be careful. You don't want to get caught, holding the bag. Investing in stocks and crypto are two completely different things.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So can I chip in now? I was going to add a few things. So Rasta, you mentioned about the SEC getting involved with XRP.
Yeah?
Well, I've been following a guy on YouTube. He's an incredible guy. You may have come across him. He's called Frank Chu. So I'll send you.
I probably heard the name of it.
Yeah, I'll send you the link. It's called Frank Chu Finance, and every day he gives an update on what's going on with the SEC and XRP, and he publishes all these sort of letters and all sorts of things. So if you want to be up to speed on that, that's where you need to follow Frank.
Most definitely.
Okay, and then sort of talking about the volatility of Bitcoin and all these other currencies. The thing about Bitcoin is that Bitcoin is only about 15 years old, so it's not a very old currency. And when you have a new currency, you're going to get fluctuations, volatility, because until that currency is widespread across the whole world and everybody's got a piece of the action, it's going to keep going up and down. Because obviously there'll be the speculators, and then there'll be the people that want to keep it as a hedge. So there would be a lot of stuff going on. So yeah, there is volatility, but I think in time, maybe not this year, next year, maybe 5-10 years time, that currency will settle. The thing I was going to mention about more sort to do with Ethereum and sort of Binance and stuff like that is this thing about smart contracts. Have you heard about this one?
Yeah, you go to detail. Go in
Yeah.
detail.
Okay, I'll just give you a little bit of detail. Basically, what it is, it's like this. The easiest way of explaining it is like if you go to a vending machine, okay, you go to a vending machine, say you want that Coca-Cola. So what you do is you get your coin, you put your coin in the machine recognizes the coin, that it's valid, it's correct, and then the machine implements the action and gives you the Coca-Cola tin. Okay, so you get your drink. So that's a very simple example, but there are examples that can be used which in the commercial world are a bit more complicated. So, for example, let's just say you're somebody that lives in some African country. Okay, so in this African country, you've got you can't prove when you were born because you don't have a birth certificate. You live in a house, but you can't prove that it belongs to you. It's your house. And you can't sort of tell people how old you are or whatever. It's because that's just how it is. Okay, so if you're that sort of a guy, there's no way on earth you can get involved in business in the world arena because nobody's going to want to touch you because they'll want to do a credit check. They'll want to know about who you are, where you are, what your assets are. You won't be able to explain any of that. But with smart agreements and technology, what can happen is that people can create a sort of an identity for this person, okay, and it'll be like almost like on a it'll be on the mobile, and if that is verified by blockchain and the smart agreement, it will mean that even somebody who lives in a remote part of the world can do business because that business will be verified by the smart contracts which exist and are made by Ethereum. So it's a kind of like a tool you to sort of create contracts, and that's all I sort of really want to say. And that's one of the things that adds value to like say Ethereum and ADA, because it's not just about hype and people saying, "Oh, this is a great currency, you know, go out and buy it." They're actually doing something in the real world that's making a difference and is creating value. So that's really all I wanted to say on that. I mean, I don't know if you have any comments or whether you've heard about this or not.
Well, I've heard of that, but I never really looked into it too much because my one thing I know for sure that a change is coming, right? And we got to decide what side what side we're going to be on. So, like, I'm not afraid to invest in cryptocurrency because they say scared money don't make no money, and there's a lot of people in Caribbean where I'm from because I know who person who don't even have like people don't even have an ID or a cell phone or anything like that. So you could communicate with them because they think, oh, no, I don't trust it, this and that and the third. I'm not sure, you know, like people are going to be afraid. But at the same time, if people would take the time out to educate themselves about certain things and understand that they wouldn't be so afraid. So like I said, I'm just slowly educating myself. And like based on what Shaddai said as well, is like I get his point of he's bearish on it, but at the same time he's invested in crypto. It's not like he's not invested in crypto because you never know it. A potential could come where it's like, hey, one day when he's patient, we're not even making money off of crypto, you know. But this thing is about patience and time, because if you don't have patience, a lot of people would think, oh, I'm gonna put this money in it because it's going up, it's going up, it's going up. And I'll be telling people, when something is going up, that's not when you buy it. No, when it's cooling off, when it goes down, that's when you buy an item. Like the other day, somebody asked me about Dogecoin. I said, listen, I'm not a financial advisor. If it goes to $1, then okay. It might stabilize, you know, people might sell off, and if it might drop back. If it drops back, if you want to get in it, you go out there and you buy it. Okay,
Yeah.
but at the same time, you gotta be mindful, and you gotta watch it, because at the same time, dropping like somebody say, "Oh, if I drop $200 on it, you think I two?" But anything is possible. You just gotta be willing to take the risk. But at the same time, I wouldn't advise you to buy it right now. But I'm not a financial advisor.
That's
This is
right.
just me giving you my opinion. So if you want to take the risk and see what happens, is up to you.
Yeah.
But I really feel like I kind of agree with you and Shaddai. Like
Mhm.
like the change is coming.
Yeah.
People need to educate themselves more about what cryptocurrency is and the different type of cryptocurrency is, and I know the right ones to invest in. Like honestly, Bitcoin,
Yeah.
Ethereum, and Ethereum Classics and XRP are a good bet. And to me, like I'll take the risk and invest in Dogecoin because I like to see where that goes. You know?
Sure.
Yeah.
That sounds very good. You know, in certain countries, China is one example. And you know, if you have a lot of, I mean, if you don't have much money in cryptocurrency, it's not a problem. But if you do start investing more and more money into Bitcoin, it's probably wise to have a wallet and
Yeah.
have the cryptocurrency yourself, rather than leaving it in Coinbase. And I tell you why I
Right.
say that, because say for example, and I'm not saying it's going to happen, it may never happen, but let's just say what happens is gold starts to lose money. Gold is losing its value, and the reason it's losing its value is because Bitcoin is getting more and more popular. So the people, in charge of the gold, they're getting upset and cross and angry. So they're pressurizing the government, and then the American government, decides to ban Bitcoin. Well, what they could do is they could raid Coinbase business, and they could seize all those computers. And if they go through those computers, they can find out exactly who's got the bitcoins, and I guess they could confiscate them. That's what I understand.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of worry. I mean, at the moment, the way I see people rebelling against Bitcoin is what they do is they keep going on about this stuff about how the only people that do Bitcoin are people that do money laundering. It's all illegal and stuff like that. These are the guys that are trying to trash Bitcoin, because obviously they've got their own reasons for doing that. So that's one way of sort of undermining the confidence of Bitcoin, and then going on about this volatility thing. But like I've said, of course it's volatile. It's a new currency. It's only been around for about 15 years. God, money's been around for centuries. So, it's going to be volatile for a bit. But, so that would be the your wallet. They can't get that. They can't get it off you. But if it's down at Coinbase, you're in trouble. If they make it legal.
True. And one thing I say, the trading platforms we use over here, we have Robinhood, we have Webull, we have TD Ameritrade, Charles Schwab's. But for now, I only use Robinhood for Dogecoin, because you can't buy Dogecoin on Coinbase over here in America. I don't know if you could buy it over there in the UK. But
you could. Basically we buy it through Binance.
Buy it through Binance. Yeah, Binance. Like honestly, there's a Binance USA. I try to open an account with them. It's not. I can't get it because I live in New York, man, and it's just so upsetting. But I do have a crypto wallet. But I do crypto. But at the same time, what I must say, that these countries, I know India just recently banned Bitcoin, but you mean to tell me you banning Bitcoin, right? But to me, that's FOMO. When I say that's FOMO, because you have major companies like Tesla that's accepting Bitcoin so you could pay for a vehicle. Honestly, plus you you mean to tell me that you're just so afraid of a thing, right? That you're trying to fight against it, bash against it, but you won't take the time out to understand it. Oh, because you don't trust it. Oh, because it money laundering, this and that and the third. Like money laundering happen every day all over the world, even in these
Oh,
major organizations. You know, so like
yeah.
money laundering every day without even people realizing it. So
Yeah.
like you mean to tell me like, oh, because money laundering, oh, because criminals this, oh, because criminals that, criminal this, criminal that. Come on. If you take the
Yeah.
time out to understand and study and find out what cryptocurrency is, I bet you then, they're gonna start start using it as regular currency. Because listen, Steve, let's say if I owe you $100,000, instead of
Yeah.
me wiring you money, that's probably gonna take like 4 to 5 business days for me to wire you some money. I could just easily go on my phone or take on my mobile or owe Steve $100,000. Boom, send him the 100,000 to Bitcoin. That's it. Like, come on, it's quick and fast.